there's a law, which is a physiological law called the law of facilitation, that says when an impulse passes once through a given set of neurons to the exclusion of others, it tends to do so on a future occasion. And each time it traverses this path, the resistance will be smaller. Yeah. So every time you drink the water and you take the cold shower and you eat real food and you get to bed on time and you consciously say, how am I feeling today? How am I looking today? How's my mental clarity today? And you say, it's better. Wow. You are then acknowledging that pathway. And if you say, wow, let's celebrate that, then you're emotionalizing it, which increases the energy going through the pathway. So you start firing and wiring together and facilitating, and you get to the tipping point where the new habit now is more efficient than the old habit. And that's when your unconscious loses control and it lets go of the old habit and it reprograms the new habit in. And so that's where we see the stages of learning. First, we're unconscious and incompetent. Then we develop conscious incompetency, which means I'm learning how to drive the car, but I'm not really able to do it at an unconscious level.
Yeah, I realize I can't quite do it yet. You're conscious.
I've got to really stay focused. Mm-hmm. Then you get to conscious competency, which means, okay, I know how to drive a car now, and I can start to relax because I got this thing. And then you become unconsciously competent, which means the skill now is relegated to the unconscious, and you have the freedom to have a conversation while you're driving your car, or you can reach into your purse and grab your phone and, God forbid, look at your text messages and things like that, because you now have reached unconscious competency. Mm-hmm. And so those are the stages we have to go through when we're teaching ourselves new behaviors. But it all goes back to having a dream that's bigger than your crisis, which is why I quote Jerry Wesh, who says, if you have a big enough dream, you don't need a crisis. And part of the problem is that we have been programmed to go from crisis to crisis to crisis to crisis to crisis because it makes people rich.